Hi, everybody. Okay, another episode of What Do I Know? As I mentioned before, there's a lot of things I don't know in life, and I'm always trying to learn, and I learn from you. I'm constantly a student of life. But one of the topics I'd like to talk about today is when we feel alone. I think most of my life I have felt alone. I grew up with three brothers. I was squashed in the middle of them, and so most of my childhood I played in my room by myself. Every once in a while, I'd want to come out into the land of the living, and that meant going outside and playing sports with them if I wanted to be connected. But I pretty much was by myself the whole time. And when I went through my divorce 17 years ago, I felt very alone. Most all my friends were married and still are, and I didn't know where I fit. But one of the most difficult times I had of feeling alone was when I was taking care of my father. For 9 years, we went on a journey together, and there were snippets of help here and there, but for the most part, it was just him and I. And I often felt trapped, isolated, and lost. I didn't know what to do. And looking back on it now, I realize the help was always there. All I had to do was ask for it. I think sometimes we get so locked up in our heads thinking, I can do it all. I'm not going to bother anybody. But the reality is we weren't meant to walk this life alone. We were meant to hold hands and get each other through the difficult times. So what I know today is that if I had to do all over again, I would have reached out to my friends, if for no other reason than to invited them over to spend time with me and my dad. I would have gotten the hospice sooner. And I got hospice for me, not for him. He was doing fine, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I finally threw up the white towel and said, I cry uncle, I need some help. I would have reached out to my family more. I just would have reached out. So what I know is if you're feeling alone, you don't need to. There are plenty of people out there that love you, that would want to be there for you, but they don't know what to do unless you ask for it. So going forward with my life, whenever I'm in that place, I'm going to ask. I'm not just going to sit in silence. So I'd love to hear your comments on this, and I am lining up my guest speakers. So in the next weeks to come, I'm going to have a lot of interesting people on here talking about what they know. And if there's something you want to find out, just let me know and I will research that for you. So going forward, don't sit in silence. You don't need to. Okay, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.